Because if this is going to be fully integrated into Google Docs, they may not even be asking permission for this later.
This video is going to be done in two parts, a shorter part for the people with low spoons and a longer part for people willing to fuck around and find out a little bit more with me today. First, go watch Rebecca Thorne's video, the one that I stitched. She posted it to her girlfriend's account because she tried to film it 5 different times and TikTok wouldn't let her post it on her own account. Side note, isn't it crazy that the moment that TikTok gets put on American servers, all of a sudden people start having a really hard time posting about things that American lobbyists and corporations don't like? Because Rebecca is not the first person that I've seen that's had an unprecedentedly difficult time posting about topics like that. Anyway, here's the short homework assignment for people with low spoons. This is going to take you 90 minutes total, including travel time. I want you to go to Staples or something. I want you to get a flash drive, a bigger flash drive if you need it, but you don't need a flash drive. You can also just do this with the file system on your own computer. Download everything you have on Google Drive and then delete everything you have on Google Drive. Delete the entire Google Drive, especially Google Docs. If you're one of those fucking Debbie Downers who's like, but they already have all my data, who gives a shit? I don't care. Let me tell you what Google is gonna do with your fan fictions, your stories, your screenplays, your novels, your short stories. Let me tell you. I would bet good money that Google right now or in the recent past has probably purchased some kind of production company, animation company, something where they can make content. They're gonna be scraping your documents for it, which is great, right? Not only will you not be seeing a cent of compensation or any sort of credit, Google is also going to set a dangerous precedent. Google's going to open a streaming company and everyone's going to be like, oh my God, Google opened another streaming company. I can't wait to see what they put out. Google has such a great image. I can't wait to see what kind of, friendly, all-inclusive things that they put out. And the first things they put out will be inclusive. They'll have disability representation, neurodivergent representation, queer representation, person of color representation. They'll seem to have it all. And they probably won't tell you that the shows are AI generated or that the plots are AI generated, scripts, whatever. Maybe it'll be like at the bottom of the credits or something. But oh my gosh, it's got such a good premise. So that'll just be a fun fact that, people figure out later. And then maybe once they've kind of tested the waters with that, they'll have their first fully AI generated show. The AI will make the art because AI will have progressed by that point. AI will make the script, AI will design the characters, AI will do everything. And it's going to be so much cheaper than the other way. You heard about the writers' strike lately? The writers' guilds are striking right now because they have already been suffering from these streaming services, basically farming them for content and then intentionally cutting contracts short so that they don't have to pay them at all. Or at least they pay them incredibly reduced amounts based on what they should deserve. A lot of news sources are painting the writers as the problem, but that is because these news sources are being paid a lot of money to say that. Executives of these companies have said that they are willing to starve the writers out, especially as winter approaches, and some of these people live in climates where it becomes unlivable if you are homeless in the winter. There are mutual aid funds you can donate to, and the writers do plan on holding strong, so don't worry about that. Worry about what you can do. Which in this case is if Google ever comes out with any sort of show, any book, anything at all, don't fucking watch it. Pirate that shit. If somebody near you wants to watch it, give them a piracy link. Do not let them purchase that shit. Don't let them purchase a streaming service. Don't let them purchase a book. Don't let them purchase a movie. Do not let them give Google any more fucking money. And don't let them give Google any more data either. Tell your friends to get their shit off of Google Docs. I know that Google Docs is a very free, very accessible format of writing that a lot of people go to. LibreOffice, also free, works just as good. I use that for my writing. There are a lot of other options as well. I have a whole playlist which I will link. And so now I'm going to assume that the people who are still here have enough spoons today to fuck around a little and find out with me. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do to Google what we did to Nickelback in 2015. We're going to bully Google off the fucking internet. We may not have enough money, collectively even, to purchase a controlling interest in the Google stock board or whatever goes on there. What we can do is tank their fucking image so hard that nobody ever wants to use Google again. And if you're like, how does that actually impact Google at all? They're such a big corporation. Well, if enough people stop using Google, then their ad space, which is one of the primary ways that they make money, become worth considerably less because fewer people will be looking at it, so they're not able to charge as much. If we manage to decrease the viewership enough that they can't charge nearly as much money for their ad space, we can probably make their stocks dip enough that they will fucking feel it. I'm paraphrasing this from a Tumblr post I saw a long time ago about how to keep people out of an alt-right pipeline. And the thing is, you have to make them feel embarrassed about it. You cannot outright say, that's awful, I'm canceling that, don't use that, whatever. Because if you do, then they feel like they have to defend the thing because they've already been using it. And so they will become very defensive, and accidentally you will make them set their heels deeper into the Google ground. So instead, you just have to make it seem like cringe. Like, make Google cringe. Like, oh, no, it's fine that you use Google. It's just like, I mean, I wouldn't use Google. It's fine that you do. Don't worry about it. Make it seem like Google is just like the most cringe website on the internet. Oh, you use Google? Okay, I mean, I use Ecosia personally. You know, it's just like, it's great for the environment, and yeah. It's fine that you use Google though. Just not, not for me personally. Make it seem embarrassing. Like, make people embarrassed when they tell you that they use Google for anything. Oh, you use Google Docs? Cool. Yeah, no, I know. Like, they're fine. Yeah, I've heard that, like, don't they, like, steal your shit? Here's the other thing. I know that my primary audience on this app is like queer people, neurodivergent people, leftist people. We're gonna need more allies than that. That's a pretty small niche on the internet. I want you to convince your friends to do it. Get your like Reddit user brother, your Instagram aesthetic sister, get your fucking League of Legends cousin to do this, okay? Get your Facebook dad to do this. Just make some memes that like make Google seem so fucking gross and cringe and weird and embarrassing to use. And I want you to post them wherever, okay? But this has to be, we have to go inter-community here, okay? It cannot just be the leftists saying this, because then it becomes like a weird leftist conspiracy theory. If we have any brave souls out there that are willing to like go to the alt-right community and post like seed a couple of memes there, that would be great. Let's get some bipartisan support. So a recap for anybody who has forgotten what they are going to be doing. Here's your homework assignments. Number 1, get your shit off of Google Docs and Google Drive, ideally, any means necessary. Get a thumb drive, use your computer file system, whatever you gotta do, get it off of there before they start scraping it without your permission. 2, do not be watching, reading, consuming any sort of content that Google puts out. Pirate it if you need to. Do not give them any sort of money. And number 3, we're going to go on a meme campaign to make Google the most embarrassing fucking site on the internet. These actions may seem too small to make a difference, but the truth of it is that they are just small enough for one person to accomplish them individually at a time. We network this, we do enough people with it. Send this to your friends, send this to your cousins, send this to people you don't even know very well. Okay, repost this shit, whatever. We are just going to make Google fucking cringe. Make Google the new Nickelback. And honestly, go listen to Nickelback. His music's pretty good. He didn't do nothing wrong. And I'm honestly curious about how much TikTok's gonna be shadow banning this. So if you reached this point in the video, go ahead and like comment like what the weather's like in your area.